All right. Let's pop some lifters in here. I don't want to spill oil everywhere. Yeah. Just angle him, you know. And I've had my lifters soaking in this driven break-in oil. Some people say you gotta soak them. Some people say you don't. I don't know. I'm soaking them. My homeboy's been doing this stuff for years. He's pretty intelligent. He told me to soak them. All right. This thing looks pretty good. This is from when I changed it a while back. I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease on here and ease him back on. Lifters are in. Let's slap this little door on here. Now this one, I don't know what the torque spec is, but I'm gonna say it's extremely low. This is very easy to get to, so if it's leaking, I can repair it pretty easy without, you know, a whole big deal. All right, let me clean the block real quick. These little blue paper towels, they do okay, but they put lint everywhere. But I honestly feel like this little engine doesn't care nothing about a little bit of lint. All right, head gasket applied. Now let me find the, you know what, I really want to give them bores just a little wipe down. Just what, you know, whatever's in there, because I know I dropped stuff in it. Oh, this is going to smash my fingers. Get your finger out of there. That ain't on the dowels. I mean, I know it's not. Is that the... What? What's going on here? Because that ain't right, Bubba. Oh! Got my shirt and my gut. She down now. Check that out. Almost ready to fire up. I got a seal right there I got to push down. All right, let's put some cylinder head bolts on. I'm just going to dip them in my Earl. Alright, we'll zip these dudes down real quick. And then we'll torque them. Okay. First step is 55. All right, 65 next. All right, and then set 75. Probably gonna go 80. I mean, you know, she's a workhorse. What do you want? that extra 5 foot-pounds is going to hold all that extra PSIs. I've already done this one. I know I have, but I wouldn't have bet my life on it, you know, so might as well check it. Oh, I gotta go. I just remembered something I gotta do. Well, I want to make sure this thing will rotate over, because I know it will, but that dadgum piston hanging up out of the bore kind of had me a little bit squeamish. Slide this little jewel on here. Now it may be a little bit more difficult because nothing's going to be able to open the valves. But it's got the, she rotates good. I don't feel any binding. I like it. Okay. All right, that's probably gonna do it for tonight. Look, you know, I need to clean this, but I have to set it on here to see what it looks like. Oh, look at that 300, boy. That's a handsome boy. Okay. That's it for tonight. I'll be back. Thank you. All right, I got a little bit ahead of myself and I primed the engine and then I painted the engine and then I put the fuel pump on, then I put some brackets on and put the distributor on, I put some stuff on, alternator bracket, whatever. Then I painted the intake, I painted the exhaust manifold. Let me give you a little reveal on what the engine looks like real quick. All right, ready? Now that's a handsome boy right there. Look at that. That's a good looking little motor. My deal was, you know, I know a lot of people like to paint them blue. This original engine was the factory gray, the Ford factory gray, which I painted it. And my thought is, you know, it's just a little industrial looking engine and a little workhorse. I don't know. I love it. I think it turned out fantastic. I really do like it. So I'm done with that pretty much. I got to assemble these intakes, and I did have a bolt. I'm talking about it was a bear to get out of this exhaust manifold. It snapped off, and I had to, I heated it, and then I put me a nut on there and welded it and broke it. Put me a nut on there and welded it and broke it. Third time's a charm though. This kind of a weird little setup, and I'm not sure what to do with this, if it even works. It's got a flapper in here, I guess, to help warm it up when it's cold. And I'm assuming that heat is what operates this. Once it heats up, it closes, I guess, to divert the exhaust where it should be going, out the exhaust. This way, it's diverting most of the exhaust straight up to the bottom of the intake. I don't know. Seems kind of counterproductive to me, but maybe it works. I don't know. I may put a little heat gun on it and see if it works. Because that's a spring, and I think it's like a bimetallic spring where when you heat it, let's try it. You know what? Let's try it. I got extension cord and it's laying around. We'll put a little heat on it. I wonder if maybe you got a... Oh, it does work. Can you see it? Heck yeah. I'll just leave that like it is. Probably gonna have to let it cool off for a minute, because it's rightly hot, governor. But no, I just ain't got no good common sense. I just have to be touching stuff. You just can't stop touching, can you, boy? Hey. I'm gonna go ahead and try to join these two. And of course this paint's still wet because I ain't got no patience. Not wet, but maybe damp. I feel like maybe I should put some anti-seize on them. I mean, just a touch. At the same time, I feel like I'm already committed. I mean, I got the anti-seize on the shelf over here. It's right here. Just put a touch on there. This original one didn't have a washer, and I don't know why I started the camera and then walked off. All right, so I got my new bolt. And I went ahead and put a little washer on there. I hope this is the right length. Put some anti-seize on the threads. The thing threads all the way down in there too. A little bit, you know. I don't know why they did that. I'm not upset about it or anything. It's just, I don't know why they did that. Something that's in an exhaust like that, I mean, obviously, it's gonna corrode in there, buddy. Am I turning this bolt or is it turning me? All right, you know what? I forgot I broke that bolt off in there. No, I didn't. That's a lie. You can't see nothing anyways. I'm getting rid of this whole section. All right, now for the third time, I think I'm ready. I'm gonna assemble these two, the intake to the exhaust. Don't know what I was thinking there. Perhaps I was not thinking. All right, this little stud, and it seems like there was something on there. I'm sure it was something that I did not need, because I only need the bare minimum to make this hot rod run. Well, that's all I want. How is this a thing that this is bound up? So before, when this thing was running, I could spray around here and I had a vacuum leak and I could not figure out what it is. Well, now looking back, I think it has something to do with this stupid EGR. I'm not sure, but I think I fixed it because I'll show you what I did. Alright, let's tighten this thing up here. Alright, let me show you what I did. And I think this is going to solve my little stupid vacuum leak thing that I couldn't figure out. So, I made this gasket here, and it's just for the EGR, but there's a hole underneath here, and that hole goes to the exhaust. Not exactly sure how, but it does. I just know it does. No, I know, and now you know because I'm telling you I've seen it. So here's the EGR, and then that hole lines up right here. Well, I got a plug here. This tube goes to this over here on the exhaust. That's a lie. This right here is piped in from the exhaust, so there's a pipe. So I'm not going to put anything here. I might put a plug. I don't think that I need to, because you got an EGR valve here and it cycles and puts the exhaust gas back into the intake. I'm not doing that. I've got it plugged here. I've got it plugged here. I've got it plugged here. So I'm fairly confident that that is going to fix my stupid vacuum leak that I could not find for the life of me. All right, let me get set up and I'm going to put the intake. You know, after that, I think it's about ready to go back in. I may need to clean the motor mounts. The camera angle's weird. I may need to clean the motor mounts and stuff, and I do want to clean the engine bay. I want to clean the engine bay, and I also got that blue paint that I did the floor. I thought about just kind of the firewall, because I really think that'd be, it'd really make the truck look so much better. If you pop the hood and see a clean engine, you know where I'm getting at. But I'm also ready to get this thing done, and I got Troy's Bronco I need to move on to, but I am dragging my feet. I'm not dragging my feet, I just can't seem to get done. So anyways, all right, be right back. This looks like it's going to be a straight up fight, and also, of course, I just now found it. halfway into, you know, the engine's done. This gasket's torn, which ain't no big deal. I'll just put a little something on there to hold it. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to hold this 40-pound intake and exhaust and then snug the bolts in. Also got a little overzealous on that. I may put some gasket cinch on this and see if that'll hold it down. So I got a small conundrum. I got a couple of studs and a couple of nuts, and I honestly don't remember where the studs go. So, oh, I'm just gonna try to wrestle this into place. Boy, this should be quite enjoyable. What's that? That doesn't go there. It goes there. Oh, wait. I wonder if the studs... Yeah. Hang on. Maybe it's a little simpler than I thought. No, it ain't simpler than I thought, because them studs, unless them were supposed to come off. So I thought if I went here, I bet I could hang everything, you know, with my studs in the corners. All right, I may try to get that nut off, because I think it'd be so much simpler to do it like that. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, I changed my mind. I can't figure it out. I'm just going to go ahead and fight it. Which I'm sure is not the approved way. This sucker, I mean, has got some weight to it. Oh yeah, okay. Get your thumb out of the gasket, and I bet it'll go easier. That's kind of started. Yee, come on. Hey, started. It's on there, kind of. All right. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Hope I didn't scratch my paint all up. Which, there again, if I did, you know, ain't the end of the world. I can just... Pss, pss. Combination of stuff to get in here is a little strange, so I'm going to have to use 1/4-inch stuff because I don't know if the manifold's sitting lower because I bolted it together here first. But I'm just going to try to snug everything as best I can. And then I doubt I'll be able to get a torque wrench on it. But I'll try. I'll do best I can. I like torquing stuff. Makes me happy. Makes me feel like I did it right. I think the pattern is more important on this one, so you're just going to kind of like that, you know. You can go back and forth, but you're laying it out smoothly. That's what's, I feel like, is important. I have no idea where them studs go. I honestly can't remember. I've said this 7,000 times, but this took way longer than I had imagined. But you'll get that, you know, occasionally on them big jobs. Get off there. You ain't even no big job. I don't know why you're acting like you are. Hey, I don't like that. I don't like that. I got a little washer popping around. Like maybe the manifold needs to scooch. All right, what I end up doing on this one is just one, is I put a washer behind it, and I don't like it. But I had to get it to grab the top of that ear. So it's either that or, you know what? I don't know if there is another option. So now I'm going to go through and just go around them one more time and make sure they're pulled down about the same. And maybe I'll do this one more again after that. Oh, this sucker is starting to get heavy. She's starting to bounce. What a sweet looking little hot rod. I don't think I showed this earlier, but I did make this little block off plate. I still got to put the rear main seal in. I normally wait till the very end and do it off a cherry picker. Well, I almost forgot that I did splurge when I was building this engine, and this was going to be the splurge. Thunder Mingo! That's the carburetor I bought. Brand new. And I think it's electric choke. So, I put the manual choke on there, and then I regretted it, like I was saying in another video, because the cable kept getting sticky. The cable kept getting stuck, and it did work, but I read the reviews on these, and I know what people say. They're not worth a dang. They're fantastic. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to try it. Golly, look. Are you kidding me? This thing came with some nice gaskets. Them gaskets were worth the price of the carburetor. Them are thick. Shoot, yeah. Don't fit though, but hey, it's okay. This one don't fit either, but this one does. 1 out of the 3 fit, and it fit really good. Huh, that's strange, but I like it. I'm okay with it. This thing ain't got no weight to it. And that ain't an electric choke. Are you joking around at me right now? Are you kidding me that this ain't an electric choke? I mean, what do I care? I can't even remember how it goes on there. It's got to go this way. It won't work any other way. Thunder Mingo. The engine's pretty much ready to put in. And I'm just going to clean up. I power washed the cradle and all that. And I'm not trying to get this thing. It ain't no restoration. But I do got that little sprayer deal. And the paint is almost completely gone right here. The blue. And I'm not doing anything fancy. I think it'll just take like 30 minutes, an hour maybe. I don't know. So I'm just going to put some super clean on it. Just scuff it with a Scotch-Brite. Actually, it's a heavy-duty scouring pad. That's all they've had at the farmer's market. Anyhow, just give it a little scuffing, and I'll come back and clean it and hit it with a little paint, because I just think it'll just make it look so much nicer. And I could, go through and do it the right way, but I'm not going to, because I hate painting. And I know there's a right way, but I think it's gonna really make it so much better with just very minimal effort. Yeah, that's good enough. Let me give him a rinse. Let me get out of my truck first. This is one of those times where I'm just gonna jump feet first into this, and about made a huge mistake right out of the gate. Is this broken? Maybe that's a sign that I don't need to be jumping feet first into this. We're gonna do it anyways though. I feel like that paint could have used a little bit more mixing, and that the firewall could use a little bit more drying. You know what, I'm gonna paint that plug too. I made that plug, might as well paint it, I didn't make it, I had a buddy make it. Alright, so I obviously have a bunch of trash or something in there still. That's okay. Hey, it already looks better than it did. I think I mixed this I'm talking about way too thin, Bubba. And there's still water running off the stuff. And there's a little paint dripping on the drive shaft. I'm gonna fix that with this rag. There we go. About the type of results I'd expect from my own body work. Not bad. Am I happy with it? No. Am I content with it? Yes, because I'm pretty sure the engine's going to cover up most of it. Boy, I mix this way too. You know, I don't know how to mix paint. I like it. Definitely more better than it was. Let me see if I can get the engine in here. I got everything ready, I think. I got my little firewall painted. Looks okay. There's some runs, but it's going to be all right. I got the engine on the hook. I got the clutch and the pressure plate and the flywheel, blah, 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 put on. Looking good. You know, I'll put this rag on here. I don't want to scratch up my brand new paint just yet. It's going to get scratched, but that's all right. Torqued my crankshaft bolt. And I really think that he's ready to go in. And I've got about, 45 minutes. Maybe I can get him set in the, cradle at least. I got to prop this hood up. I ain't got no help today, so I'm going to figure something out. So yeah, let me get this set up and I'll just start recording here. All right, I got him all set up. Let's get him stabbed. Oh. Whoops. Still looking good though. You gotta get in there. I mean, I'm right there at it. Get in there, buddy. It's gotta be the input shaft not wanting to line up. What else could it be? I actually think it went in. Yeah, I think it did. You're not holding the brake, are you?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. Alright, I got the truck, you know, all back together, obviously. Heater hoses hooked up, the fan's on, the radiator's in. I'm filling up the, I'm filling the radiator with the hose. There's no thermostat. I'm just going to leave the hose running slow. I got my timing light. I got my screwdriver to adjust the idle. And this is also my tack. And I got my 1/2-inch wrench to adjust the distributor. Because if you've watched just one of my videos, you know that I cannot set timing. This is the most nerve-wracking part for me. You got a lot of money tied up in it. And it's got to fire. And it needs to fire. You know, I've broke in some cams and I never get them right the first time as far as immediately hitting off. And I got some other, you know, weird little things that I'm a little bit nervous about. But so far, I think everything's good to go. So this will be the first start on the brand new motor. And we got to run it 20 minutes at 2,000 RPM. And then it's got to run 10 minutes, 2 to 25. You need to vary it. And then shut it down, let it cool, change the oil. And then you can do, you know, whatever after that. I'm pretty sure I got everything lined out. I'm super excited. I'm ready to hear this thing go. I'm just going to leave that water trickling because it ain't going to hurt nothing. Why is that so tight? Ain't got no business being that tight. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's see what she does. Tell you right now, it sounds like it ain't got no fuel. And she's cranking slow. All right, take 2. I moved the distributor a little bit. I seriously doubt that the battery is dead. I need to check spark, I suppose, because it don't sound like it's firing. No spark. Classic. Hang on. Oh, you know what? Key's got to be on. Okay. Okay, so she fired. So now I'm going to turn this up pretty good. Hopefully I can get it at $2,000. That wasn't cool.
Are you good?
I think. I don't know.
Did you video that?
Yeah. The truck just got like hot. It's like it got tired of living or something. I don't know. Everything could be hot, okay? I don't know what happened. Like I said, I had this happen once before where I started one and it just wasn't getting any coolant flow through it. But I don't know how that could even be possible here. Whew. Them heater hoses are hot. This lower hose is ice cold for some reason. I got to start it back up and get through this break-in. And so far, oh, that temp's climbing on up. Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's tricking me. It's going up a little bit, it's going down. But the oil pressure, looking good. About 10 minutes in. Oh. I see what's wrong. My manifold is glowing red. That's way too hot. Got about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to vary the throttle. I'm just gonna go a minute up, a minute down. I don't know. I've never done this part, but that's what, Driven recommends, so that's what I'm gonna do. Vary it, 1 minute up, 1 minute down. Let's take a look inside. I mean, I got it. I got the heater on. It's hot as a dickens. Coolant looking good, oil pressure looking good. I painted that tailgate. You probably can't even tell. Exhaust, hot. The exhaust is hot. Okay, there ain't no smoke. I don't know how much oil consumption we got. Oh. Oh, come on, 3 more minutes. Just 3 more minutes and I can let it roll down. The alternator don't look like it's charging. One minute. So far, so good.
You gonna drive it?
I'm gonna change the oil and let it cool off.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make this to eat.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to eat?
Yeah, I'm good. All right, I'll be in a minute. Oh, she passed. I got it. I mean, it ain't done, but I fixed it. I think. It's running. Let me see what happens when I shut it off. Hopefully it don't diesel like crazy. Yes! Oh, I hate that part of it. I hate that. And I got through it. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna let him cool off, and I'm gonna poke around on this alternator, and I wonder if I plugged that in the wrong spot. I don't know where that's supposed to go, but yeah, I'm gonna let it cool off, and then change my oil again with the another round of the driven brake-in oil, and yeah, and then I'm gonna drive it. I'll maybe try to drive it to work tomorrow if I can get this alternator going. All right, so I'll be back. I don't know. You know, maybe not right now, but yeah, that may wrap it up for this video. That may do it. And then the next one, maybe I'll be driving it, or maybe I'll add that in here. I don't know, but appreciate you watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing and hanging in there. And whatever questions y'all got, I'll be happy to answer them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a little bit scared, but I kept my calm. These mosquitoes are coming out. So, all right, appreciate it. Thank you.